Welcome back mga kabayan techers, another refurbishing series for the iPhone SE second generation. Let's take a moment and click the subscribe button. Thank you very much. I have removed all the batteries and the display, and we are going to transfer from the old to the new. Let's start off with the top portion, but before that, let's disconnect all the cables that are connected to the logic board. Then we take out the cowling that covers the connector for the power and volume button and remove the screws for the cover of the wireless signal. Then underneath it are a series of screws too. Let's take them out. Now we take out the cowling that covers the camera and remove the camera. Now we take out the cable for the wireless signal. Be careful when you're removing it. It's sandwiched together with another cowling underneath. Then now it's the time for you to remove a screw that's hidden under a foam. Then we also remove the Bluetooth wireless signal screws and also the screws for the speakers. Now we take out the SIM tray and also push the pin back. And then we slowly remove the logic board. Now we take out the flash and also the brackets for the display lock. I use isopropyl alcohol to remove some of the covering to remove the display locks. The case that I have is a fully empty one, so I have to transfer this. Next is we transfer it to the new enclosure, those 3 locks that will hold the display when we put back everything. And you might notice that I've used an empty one. You could buy an enclosure that has the small parts in it. When you experience some success in doing this one, then you could move to a totally empty one. It's a difference of $10 to $20 Canadian if you're going to buy one that's totally empty against the one that has the smaller parts, but it reduces the time of repair. Then we remove now the flex cables on the top portion, beginning with the screws of the power volume up, volume down, and also the silent switch. There is a cover before you could remove the screws. And we take out the middle screw. The middle screw is a little bit longer because this sandwich the 2 prongs when it comes to the silent switch and the volume up. So we take out now the silent switch, and then we remove also the volume up, volume down button. We use a flat black stick to remove carefully the flex cable. Then we add more isopropyl alcohol to loosen up the glue. Then I put more isopropyl on the mic itself. I will remove the screws from the power button and then gently remove it. Then the last part is to remove the flash and the mic. I will take out the rubber bushing for the mic and then use a flat tweezer to take out the frame that has the mic. It's a plastic frame. Then you have to transfer this set to the new enclosure too. Then we remove the mylar cover that protects the logic board connection from the case. You could use a double-sided Kapton tape if you don't want to remove this mylar tape covering. I use a lot of alcohol on this one because they break really easily. Then you could use an adhesive to adhere it to the new enclosure. Now I take out the Bluetooth wireless signal cable and transfer it to the new enclosure. Next, we're going to put all the buttons on the new enclosure, and we're going to take out the lock spring on the old enclosure. Then I take them out. There are 3 pieces that you have to put back in. Next is I put it back in one side at a time and lock it, and then press the button if it clicks. Then next, I take out the SIM card ejector pin and put it on the new enclosure. Okay. Then we put the top portion flex where it holds the flash, mic, volume up, volume down, silent switch, and power button. I put in the silent switch. Make sure that it clicks. And make sure to try it out and screw one side first. And then next, the volume up, volume down is sandwiched in between. Then you put in the third screw before the middle one. Make sure to test the silent switch and the buttons. Then we screw the other side. And make sure that the flash and the mic are aligned on the top. Then we put the first cowling that will hold the flash. And then we take out the lower part, consists of the speaker, static engine, and also the charging flex cables. We remove first the speaker and also the cowling cover. You will have to remove also the Taptic engine. On the right side, there are 3 sandwich cables in between. Be careful with it before you could remove the actual speakers. Then the Taptic engine, you have to remove 2 cables. One is like a signal, wireless signal, and then the other one is the actual connector for the Taptic engine. Then remove the Taptic engine. Then we remove the plastic cowling that covers the left mic. And then we remove the rest of the screws that hold the charging port. We use a lot of isopropyl here. Do not force the charging cable to be removed. Once everything is soaked clean, use a black flat stick to take out the charging flex. If it's soaked up properly, it will just remove by itself. Now we take out the grills. Unfortunately, my new one doesn't come with one, so I have to transfer this. Once we connect the grill, I take out the middle portion, which is the charging flex. Again, use a flat tweezer and put as much as alcohol you want. Take out the covering from the new enclosure, and then we are going to put the charging coil flex. Now, I didn't put the charging port by itself. I connect the charging port to the board and then I put them all together. The reason why for this is every time that I put the charging port and put back everything, the connections are not adhere to them correctly, and it causes it to have a panic log and it restarts every 3 minutes. So that's the reason why I connect them before I put everything in. Then I put back everything and put these screws for the lower portion. And once we're done, we're going to connect all the connectors at the top, middle, and also, let's test. Put the battery with the adhesive. I'll put the antennas on the top and all the cowlings. Next is to put the final cowling for the flash. Then I clean the rear camera lens and put the camera itself, and then screw back the cowling. Then we put the adhesive for the display, and then we're going to connect the display and also connect the battery. And then we're going to test it out. Put back all the cowlings for the display and also the camera. Let's turn on the phone and let's test. If everything works within 3 minutes or after, everything is good. If you have any questions or suggestions, kindly write them down below. Again, thank you very much and have a good day.